Hi everyone, we'll start the webinar shortly. Meanwhile, you can type in the chat. Please let me know if you're able to type in the chat. You can mention your background. Basically, if you are from a tech background or are you a working professional? So you can just mention this in the chat below. Hope I'm audible, guys. Please make it interactive so that it will get more interesting for you as well. Please type hi and about your background in the chat below. You can please let me know if you can hear me. I'm audible, and also you can mention your background in the chat. Let's make it interactive. We're waiting for a few more people to join in, and we'll start in a couple of minutes. Thank you for your patience. Hi, Netaji. Good to know that you have an MSc Agricultural Extension from Dharmapuri district and 5 years experience in teaching and research. Welcome to the webinar. As I said, this will help us customize the webinar according to how you're liking. So what we can do is, based on what the background is, we can customize this webinar especially for you and how we can help you out. So I would request others as well to share their background and experience. This will help us make the webinar better for you. So this is for you only, so please share your background and if you're a working professional. Thank you, Netaji, for sharing your the background. So we are waiting for a few more people to join in because we have a lot of more people joining in as we speak, and we are waiting so that we can start the webinar when everyone has joined in. Meanwhile, you can definitely share any doubts you have with regards to data science career and share your background. This will help us prepare the webinar better for you and also customize it according to your requirements. Hi, Mahakpreet. Welcome to the webinar. This is really a good step that you have taken because you've completed your 12th PCM and now you are studying BSc, right? And BSc ECCE. So this is a very good decision that you have taken. So welcome to the webinar. So we are starting the webinar now. Thank you for joining in. I know it has been a weekday and it's difficult to join on a weekday, right? So, hi everyone, and welcome to our session on data science decoded, salaries, careers, jobs, and skill. And I'm Shweta, your host for today. So, in this session, you will learn in-demand job roles in data science and AI, salary trends, and long-term career opportunities, key skills that top companies look for, how to start your career in this field, even if you are without a tech background, right? So stay till the end to get your session recording, and also some exciting rewards are there in store. So before further ado, let's start with a quick poll. What brought you here today to the webinar? So I'll just launch a poll, give you a minute. Yeah. So what motivated you to join this webinar today? If you can just choose any of the options below.
That's it. No, I didn't.
So you can see there are four options, right? So
See,
choose
there are
any
four
one of them.
options.
I think there is an echo here.
I think there's an
Abhinand, can
echo
you
here.
just
You just
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Abhinand. So please choose. This will help us again make the webinar according to your background and your motivations. So I would request everyone to participate. See, participation is the key here. Today we want to make it as interactive as possible. Hi Vaishnavi Jadon, right? You're an MBA student. Hi Vaishnavi, welcome to the webinar. And as I said, this will help us make the webinar better for you, and the more interactive, the better. So please participate in the poll as we have more people joining in, and we'll start it fully. So we'll start the webinar after the poll is done. So please participate. All right, I think we'll move on to the next segment. So people who have joined in, please do stay till the end because we have a surprise coming in for you and there's a special reward for you. So do stay till the end. So we'll start the webinar now. So before I hand it over to our speaker, here's a quick intro to Great Learning. We are India's leading edtech platform that has helped 18,000 plus professionals switch careers through industry relevant expert led programs. With university partners like IIT Bombay, MIT, etc., we've trained over 12 million learners across 170 plus countries, delivering 400 million plus learning hours and earning a 4.8 out of 5 rating. So now I'm thrilled to introduce our speaker for today. We have Mr. Mohamed Saud. Mr. Mohamed Saud is a senior manager at Great Learning with over 6 years of experience in AI and data science. He has helped thousands make smarter career decisions in tech, and today he'll walk you through what it takes to thrive in the world of AI and data science. Over to you, Saud.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Ashwata. I hope, first of all, I'm clearly audible and visible as well, right?
Yes, yes, you're
Okay,
audible as well as visible.
that's great. So before I kickstart the session, right, So there are certain assumptions that I will be taking in before I explain all about data science, what all trends are there, what market talks about data science as a domain as of the current time being. So the assumption is basically the people, those who are a part of the session, right, would be probably coming with three backgrounds. The first one is basically a person who is coming with no understanding on what is data science. Okay. The second set of people will be the one who is just coming with a basic understanding of what is data science. And last but not the least will be a set of people who are beginner of practice in the domain of data science. So, what comes to our mind when we hear the term data science? So, it's in simple words, as just the word data science suggests, it's the science of data. So, previously, what used to happen, the important decisions that were taken in an organization used to be completely on the basis of gut feelings. Okay. Now, slowly and gradually, what we are seeing is a transition that is happening. Now, none of the decisions in the organizations are taken on the basis of gut feelings. It's completely on the basis of data. It's completely on the basis of analysis being done on that. And it's on the basis of the trend which is seen while doing the analysis. Okay. So, if in case you talk about what is data science to explain all of you in the most simplest way, analytics or data science is basically the art of taking concrete decision which is completely data backed. Okay, so it's broadly divided into three parts. The first one is descriptive analytics, meaning describing the data. So we will be talking about a lot of things with the help of examples so that you guys can relate to the same and then we can understand it easily. So coming back, the first one is descriptive analytics, meaning describing the data. Now, let's just suppose you're working with a company for the past 3 to 5 years, right? And if in case you want to represent this data in front of your seniors, you would be willing to apply a lot of pictures, a lot of graphs, a lot of pie charts so that it's easy to understand and comprehend at the same time. Okay. For this, we are going to be using Tableau, which is a leading data visualization tool. Then comes the second part, that is finding the logic behind how things are happening. Now, as a working professional and also in day to day life, what all you're talking about, right, it should make some sense, right? So, to make sense out of the data, you would be required to perform certain analysis. So, for that, we are going to be using Python, and to find the deep root cause analysis, we are going to be using SQL. Then comes the last and the most important part, that is forecasting and prediction. Now, again, referring to the first example, you have the data set for the organization for the past 3 to 5 years. If in case you look at the data closely, there is always a trend or a pattern which is being followed. So, the more early you will be able to understand the trend or the pattern, the better would be the chances you can predict the future, how the future exactly looks like, and the company can essentially take decisions on the basis of the same. Okay, so these with these steps, I suppose all of you would have understood in simple way what essentially is data science and what's happening in the domain altogether. Okay, now over and above to this, for example, let's just suppose there is going to be a senior professional in a company, right? Let's suppose the role is HRBP in people operations or HR, right? Companies, while hiring these senior professionals, they have this mindset very clear that if in case they are going to hire someone with such designation, they will be coming with an experience in the domain without saying. So they will be having a basic check on the understanding that you have towards data and how things are working out. Okay, and also, the other important thing, as per the picture, if you look at, if somebody who knows what is machine learning, okay, it's well said that they come with an understanding in computer science, IT, and mathematics and statistics. If somebody is working with traditional research, they will be coming with an understanding of mathematics and statistics and domain or business knowledge. Or if somebody is coming with an understanding of software development, they would be knowing computer science, IT, and domain of business knowledge. When I talk about data science, it's the combination or like the submission of all of these things, right? So data science, just to talk about, now let me give you other examples to make all of you understand what essentially are the services where data science is being used as a service. So firstly, I will be giving all of you a walkthrough of the digital examples where data science is being used. Then we will be talking about the traditional examples of where data science is being used as a service. So I suppose all of you would have been using Flipkart, right? So what exactly is happening while you're using Flipkart? Now let's just suppose you're going to be researching for a product X, right? And later point of time while doing the research, might be there is something or the other that would come up because of which you're not using the application Flipkart again, and you close it. When you open it back, what you're going to be seeing there is you are getting similar recommendation for the products coming from different brands that are having good ratings, right? How is it happening? It's happening on the basis of the data we are sharing to the application. That's one of the digital places where data science is being used as a service. Okay, now let me give you another example. So I suppose you people might be using Spotify to listen to songs, right? Again, similar situation. While you will be listening to a specific genre of songs, at a later point of time, you will come across that you are getting more recommendations to similar kind of genre. Again, what is being used here? Again, data science is being used here as a service. Similar example, YouTube. If in case, let's suppose you are going through videos of a particular game or a particular thing over and over again, you will get similar recommendations over your entire portfolio of YouTube, right? So these are all the examples where data science is being used as a service. Okay, now the most interesting and my favorite example to talk about is Uber, right? So I suppose all of us currently are using Uber on a daily basis, right? And this organization at the current time is using data science at the best level. Now let me tell you how. I am a consumer of Uber as an application, right? Uber as a company knows that every morning I will be leaving from my home location to my office location. Okay, that's one thing that Uber is aware of. And on the other hand, Uber is also aware of I would be traveling from my office to my home location. This is my daily travel from Monday to Friday. So Uber as a company is aware of where I travel. So what exactly they are trying to do? They are trying to quote me with the best prices available in comparison to the other competitors out there, right? And the other important thing is this is something I have checked myself by using other phones as well, if in case this is really working or not. So I came across that yes, this is something that really works out. Okay, now you people might be confused. If in case Uber is giving you the least pricing as a consumer, they might be doing it for other customers as well. Yes, that's also something which is correct, but there are situations wherein they know how to tap the business at the right time. For example, when there is going to be a severe traffic due to a roadblock or due to an accident or due to any xyz reason, right? That's the time wherein they charge higher prices. Probably I will end up paying twice to what I pay for a specific location, right? And also when there is a change in the weather or atmospheric situation, like it's heavily windy or it's raining out there, so these are the situations wherein which I will be paying higher prices. So that's how Uber as a company is making business. So ultimately what they are trying to do, they are trying to understand the needs of the customer. They are playing very well with the sentiments where they are getting the maximum amount of business. And when there are tricky situation, that's the time where they are trying to gain business from a consumer, right? So these essentially are all the examples where data science is being used as a digital service. Now, let me talk about some of the other examples coming from the old or primitive examples of data science where it's being used as a service. So, I suppose all of you who are out here might be having a bank account, right? So, let me take just a random name. We have Miss Vaishnavi Jadon with us, right? So Miss Vaishnavi will be getting messages from banks, right? Now, what essentially are banks doing? Their big chunk of business has to do with giving loans and then making money out of it, right? I mean, lending money might sound a very easy thing, but trust me, it's the most trickiest thing. I mean, if in case I ask you people to lend me money, or any of your family, friends, or any of your known are going to ask you to send them some money, you might be thinking thrice: is it the right person? Will I get the money back? Do I need to chase the person over and over again to get the money back? These will be all the questions that you people will have while lending money to someone. Essentially, these are the questions what banks are having in their mind as well. For example, Miss Vaishnavi is going to be getting a text message from a bank. Let's just say the bank's name is XYZ, right? So she will be getting a message from her bank stating that Vaishnavi, now you are eligible for a pre-approved loan of 2 lakh rupees. Now the question comes in: how are banks trying to evaluate that she is eligible for a loan of 2 lakh rupees? Now let me tell you what all data we are providing that helps the bank to understand what could be the eligibility. Okay, they check on the credit that a consumer is having every month. Is it from a salary from a company, or is there a specific source from where a monthly credit happens to this account? That's point number one. The second point is they are keeping a track of the transactions or the debits that's happening in the bank account. So they are also keeping a track on your daily expenses and the overall expenses that you are having in a month. Okay. The third thing they are keeping a check on during the end of the month: is this person able to save any money or not? So these are essentially the factors they keep a check on. And let's just suppose, as of the current time being, Vaishnavi is getting a approved loan limit of 2 lakh rupees, and at a later point of time she gets a message where the loan amount has increased to 2.8 lakh. Why can this happen? If Vaishnavi as a consumer is working and she has got certain increments which is somewhere around 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees, then her loan limit can increase. That's one way where banks are making the use of data what we are generating by the transactions what we do. So I suppose this would have made you understood how banks are trying to understand and how they give credit limits as well as loan limits. So the other example from banks itself, let me take the other name. We have Mehakpreet Kaur with us, right? So let's just suppose Mehakpreet is currently using a credit card, okay, and her credit card limit is around 80,000, just for example, right? Uh, Probably it could be that there is a new career opportunity that comes on the plate, and she's going to take it, right? Now in such situation, the same scenario will happen. Is the consumer taking the utmost use of the credit card? That's point number one. What are the expenses is being done by the consumer? The third thing is, what is the limit which is being maintained by the consumer? And last but not the least, what exactly is the balance? And is Mehakpreet as a consumer returning the money on time when the bill is assigned? So these are essentially all the examples where data science is being used as a service, right? Now, data science versus AI versus machine learning. So I suppose a lot of you would be having this confusion in mind. What's the difference between all of these terms? So just for all of you know, artificial intelligence is the biggest umbrella. Okay. In simple words, it's as easy as mimicking like human beings. Okay. So robots is one of the examples that all of you would have heard of. Then comes machine learning. So, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. It's basically training a machine how to give outputs on the basis of certain inputs that are given. Okay. Then comes deep learning. It's a subset of AI and ML and machine learning algorithm to solve complex problems. And last but not the least is data science. It's a subset of AI wherein statistics and mathematics and scientific methods are being used entirely so that you can extract meaningful and insights from the data to take better decisions, right? Now, data science market trends. So, there is one very important aspect in corporate that works, that is CAGR or compound annual growth rate. So, one of the recent news that I came across is from the Economic Times. The highest compound annual growth rate that used to be for a domain was for IT. Now, the CAGR for IT as of the current time being has dipped to around 7%. It used to be around 18 to 22%. If in case I compare this with data science and analytics, it's going to be 34.2% between 2023 to 2030. So if you're going to look at the graph, it clearly showcases year on year the career opportunities in the domain of analytics as a domain is going to be increasing in roles like prescriptive, predictive, customer and descriptive analytics. Okay, so there are high amount of career opportunities that will be available in the domain. So the other example to talk about, 10 to 12 years back there was a boom for IT sector, right? So the people, those who learned IT, those who started working with IT 10 to 12 years back, they at least are at good leadership position, right? And they also would be withdrawing a salary package nothing less than 35 to 40 lakhs. Now the question comes in, why is that the situation, right? So there is always early mover advantage. So if in case there is a domain which is growing, right, and there are better career opportunities, the more early you learn it, the more early you're going to have it in your profile, the better would be the chances you can have a better salary as well as a better designation. Just on the point, if there are any upgradations that are coming up in the technology, you are the first person to learn it and move up the ladder. So learning is like a regular thing that you will be having with the projects that you do. Now, data science job trend. So, just looking at the graph, the other question that would come up from a lot of you is why from 2020 there is a positive trend happening in data science as a domain. Okay. Now, we all have witnessed the COVID or the pandemic time, right? Now, what exactly happened during this time? We have seen a lot of big organizations are shutting down. Why exactly again this happened is because of the decisions that were being taken were on the basis of gut feelings, or on the basis of the decisions taken by the seniors, right? So ultimately what they were neglecting was the importance of data and the importance of taking decisions on the basis of that. Okay. Now, around 2020, as I said, a lot of organizations got shut. At the same time, there were a lot of organizations that were on the verge of getting closed. So, what they understood to what they're doing right now is not going to make it. They understood the value of data science and they started looking for professionals who understand data, who understand insight, and those who are aware of how they can read things well. That was essentially the time wherein which data science as a career opportunity got spiked. So year on year, if you look at from 62,793 in 2020 to 1,37,630 job opportunities in 2025. This is as per the data shared by Analytics India magazine. So you can understand the trend which is currently happening, and this positive trend is going to carry over and beyond because data is like the new fuel, and every decision that is going to be done will be on the basis of data. And also this data point is something that will keep on increasing with years. Okay. Now what essentially are the career opportunities that you can eye for if in case you will be learning data science, and what essentially are the salaries not just in data science but also in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So if in case you start your career into data science, you will be starting with junior or trainee data analyst, wherein your salary will be around 3.5 to 8 lakhs per annum. Then the first IC role, if you talk about, is going to be associate in data analyst, wherein your salary will lie from 9 to 13 lakhs per annum. Then comes senior data analyst, that will range from 40 to 22 lakhs per annum. And then we get to leadership. The first leadership position will be lead data scientist, wherein your salary will range from 23 to 42 lakhs per annum. And then we get to more senior leadership, that is associate director of technology. Your salary will be 42 to 54 lakhs per annum. And then comes director of technology or CTO, which is 64 or 60 lakhs plus per annum. Okay. On the contrary, what are the job opportunities in the domain of AI and ML? So if you start your career as an AI associate, it will be 4.5 to 7.5 lakhs per annum. Then senior AI executive, that will be 8 to 14.5 lakhs per annum. Then we have assistant team leader, which is 15 to 28 lakhs per annum. This is the first role at leadership. Then comes AI process manager, 29 to 42 lakhs. Then we have senior AI engineer, which is 43 to 57. And then comes the most senior position, which is vice president in AI and ML, that goes around 58 lakhs plus per annum. Okay. So these essentially are the roles, and these essentially are the salaries that you can eye for if in case you will be looking for the roles in data science and AI. So what essentially are the roles or the career path that you could eye for if in case you're learning data science? Okay. So, just for all of you know, both data science as well as artificial intelligence have roles of opened in three verticals. Okay, you can look for a core technical role, you can look for a techno functional role, or you can look for a core functional role. So, all of these three roles are going to be available. For example, if in case you will be looking for a role like manager analytics, business analytics, or let's just say statistician, these roles are much to do with the functionality part of data science. Okay. Then, if in case you want to look for core technical roles, you can look for ML engineer, AI engineer, then data scientist. These are core, you can say, technical role. And if in case you look for techno functional, then you can look for reporting analyst, research executive. So it will open three doors for you. It depends on which path essentially you are willing to choose. It's not just in data science, the similar scenario is there for artificial intelligence as well. Then what essentially are the roles of a data scientist? A data scientist will be building data visualization, will be working on model deployment, and will be exploring the data. Okay, so these are the initial steps that a data scientist will be working on. On the basis of these three steps, they will be trying to understand the business, how it's working out. When it's clearly understood that this is how the businesses are running, then they will be interpreting the result, and after finalization they will be communicating it to the delivery or to the client they are interacting with. These essentially, or this is somehow the role of a person who works with data. Now you people might be thinking, what are the roles and responsibilities of the other roles that are mentioned out here? So just for all of you know, the initial 60 to 65% of the role in the domain of data science will almost remain the same. Then it depends upon technicality, functionality, or techno functionality, and the kind of projects that you handle. Okay, so these essentially will be the responsibilities that you will be catering to. The other important question that you people also might be having is why data science and AI as a career opportunity is gaining such stronger traction at this point of time, right? So there are certain reasons. So previously, what companies were looking for, they were trying to solve. the same problem, okay, but now what they are looking at, they are trying to resolve the same or more number of problems but with the help of technology. So they are trying to use more of technology to resolve the problem so that the results are more accurate and precise. Okay, the second important thing what companies are looking at, they have I would say they are rarely in the mindset of training people. Okay, rather they hire people from outside, those who know the domain of data science or AI. Okay, that's point number one. Or they rather pick someone from the organization who have the necessary skills of data science and AI. And the second, two other important points to talk about. With time moving on, computational power is becoming much and more stronger. For example, if I was having a laptop back then in 2010, 2012, right? So it used to take a lot of time to boot and to start. Whereas if in case I talk about the situation right now, the computational power is very strong. It barely takes time to start and to boot, right? The second thing is memory, if you talk about, is becoming much and more cheaper. So again, referring to the previous example, somewhere between 2010 to 2012, if in case I had to buy a memory card, it used to be very expensive and difficult to find. Whereas if I talk about the situation right now, I can even get 1 terabyte of data in my smartphone as well, right? So it's easily accessible and it's cheaper at the same time. Okay, so these are some of the most important reason why people are switching their jobs to data science and AI as a career path. Okay, now, what essentially are the factors that you should consider while choosing a data science or an AI program? Okay, so to talk about the green flags, first of all, you should be looking at a course that gives you relevant skill that are found in the job description. Okay, that's very important. On the contrary, if in case you look at the red flag, please don't go for an outdated curriculum, because what people used to learn in data science 3 to 5 years back is not going to give you a transition at the current point of time. Okay, so look for a program that teaches you the relevant skills that are there in the job description for data science and AI as a job role. The second point is you should choose a globally recognized institution, because they would have learned a lot of things while delivering the batches, right? And while taking the feedbacks from industry experts, from the faculties, or from the students. If in case you go for a local player, you will be having a very limited value across the employer. So a globally recognized player can give you a situation wherein you can stand out. Okay, the third point is you should be taught by a diverse team of industry experts and seasoned academicians. That's utmost important, to look at the profile, have a deep dive research who is going to be teaching you in the course. Then talking about the red flag, don't go for a single star faculty who is having very less experience or who have just started their career in the domain of data science or AI. The last and the most important point, you should focus on hands on learning through case studies and projects that will help you to showcase the practical skills that you have gained. And if in case you're going for theory only courses, that will not help you in any way, because gone are the times wherein employers used to ask definitions and theories. Now the time is they will give you data set in rows and columns, and they will ask you to apply machine learning algorithm, for example. Okay, so now it's all about the practical exposure that you gain by learning. Now, understanding the need of the market, we have launched a program, and the program is a Microsoft Accelerator program. Now let me talk about why is this program very effective. The first thing is you will have the benefit to learn the program at your own pace. This program will be offering you 30 plus hours of expert video content, and you will be having weekly live session with industry experts with an option to re-attend these. Now let me explain you in simple words the pedagogy of learning. So it's like by the start of the week or by the end of the week, we are going to be releasing you with certain content like class recording or pre-recorded videos. So firstly, you need to go through them. Now, once you go through them, for sure you will be having some or the other doubts and questions, right? Now, once you have doubts and questions, you will be having a live virtual session, which is going to be a combination of three things. The first one would be a summarization or a debrief of the topics that you have gone through. The second one would be giving you a real time case study to showcase how this topic is being used on a daily basis so that you can simplify your work. And last but not the least, you will have the utmost opportunity to unmute yourself and to ask questions and concerns. Once this is done, you will be having an assignment, quiz, or a project work on the basis of which you're going to be evaluated. So, this program comes with 4 real world projects. Along with that, there are going to be 20 plus case studies that you will be working in the duration of the course. This program is a co branded certificate coming from Microsoft and Great Learning. And if you talk about the career support, we have interview preparations, LinkedIn, and resume reviews as well. Now, on what grounds essentially we have designed the curriculum? So, you might remember I talked about the green flag that you should be learning the relevant skills, right? So, what we have done, we have researched and we have taken help from India's top companies and we have done analysis on 100 plus job descriptions. What we tried doing, we tried finding out what essentially are the skills that are required to land your dream job in data science, AI, or generative AI. So, while going through the job description, we found out that Python programming is one of the skills. So it requires comprehensive Python, NumPy, and Pandas. That is what we are teaching you in the course. Then talking about supervised and unsupervised learning, it requires regression, tree-based methods, and clustering. That's what we are teaching you in the course. Deep learning basics, CNNs and MLPs, which is neural networks, CNNs, and transfer learning. That's what we are teaching you in the course. Then about Gen AI, NLP, and generative AI, LLMs, and prompt engineering, we will be teaching you transformers, ChatGPT, prompt engineering, RHGs, and vector DBs. So we have understood what the current market requirements are, and that's how we have designed the curriculum for the course. So we will be starting from the foundation building, that will be on introduction to data science and Python. Then we will be moving to data science and AI techniques, covering Python and statistics foundation, machine learning, generative AI and computer vision foundation, introduction to SQL and model deployment. And there are going to be additional modules that are going to be into data visualization using Tableau and time series forecasting. The tools that we will be teaching to you in the program are Python, SQL, Tableau, NumPy, Pandas, so on and so forth. So if you look at the curriculum, this curriculum is not just domestically but internationally relevant on what is demanded in the market right now for data science, AI, and generative AI. Now, the other green flag that I talked about was the projects and having a hands on learning with the help of real world case studies and also assignments. So, one of the examples of the project that you will be working on will be coming from automobile customer profile analysis. So I suppose all of you would have heard one of the most prominent automobile company in the world right now. I'm talking about Tesla. The question comes in, why is Tesla as an organization growing at such a faster pace? So just for all of you know, Tesla as an organization is trying to capture the data what the consumers are generating for them, and with this particular data they are trying to understand the preferences of the customers, the behavioral patterns of the customers, and they are trying to make things better ultimately. So any new vehicle they are planning or any new car they are planning to launch, it's after understanding the mistakes they have made previously. So what they are trying to do here, they are trying to understand their customers well, and how they are trying to do it is with the help of the data what their customers are generating. Okay, so that's one of the examples of the projects that you will be working on. Then talking about the case study, the first case study is going to be on Play Store application analysis for advertisement opportunities, right? So what a lot of advertisement companies are trying to do, They are trying to understand the search pattern of the customer, right? So if in case you're going to be searching something specific, let's suppose it's a game, or it's a social media application, they will be trying to, I mean, the Play Store will be trying to give you similar kind of recommendation. That's how the advertisement companies are trying to figure out the opportunities, so that they can show their potential applications, and they can get better downloads from there. So that's one of the case studies that you will be working on. The second and a very interesting case study is coming from medical insurance premium prediction. So, talking about the medical issues, what people are facing in the different parts of India are going to vary. For example, if in case I'm going to be seated in the west part of India, the weather situation that I face, and there are a lot of things that are going to be different from the people, those who are going to be in the east, south, and north part of the country, right? So, what these medical insurance companies are trying to do, they are trying to understand what essentially are the key highlighting health related issues as per the demography, okay? And on the basis of that, they design medical insurance premium policies so that they can support a fair pricing with which the customers can take informed decision making for which policy they want to purchase. Okay, so these are some of the case studies that you people will be working on. So I suppose you would have got an understanding that the course is not just about theory, but it's a lot more to do with practical exposure and learnings in the program. Then, talking about the learning outcomes, you will be having a fair understanding of how data science as well as AI is being used in the overall market at the current point of time into different domains and industries with the help of tools that are being used. Okay. You will be able to utilize LLMs and prompt engineering to generate meaningful output, and you will also be able to implement RAGs for document question answering. Okay, you will be able to build, evaluate, and deploy machine learning and deep learning models. So, all in all, the kind of problem statements that are being faced in the market right now that has to do with data science, AI, or generative AI, you will be in the right place to learn all of this and to give solutions to these problems as well. Now, talking about the career support, we will be starting with career mentoring, okay, wherein you will be having mentoring masterclasses looking at your profile. The industry mentor will be guiding you which path of data science, AI, or generative AI you should essentially move to have the most stable career path. That's point number one. The second thing is interview questions. So we will also be sharing you with an access to frequently asked questions. So just for all of you know, these frequently asked questions in the interviews always keeps on changing. So the more early you understand the kind of questions that are going to be asked, the better you're going to prepare yourself, the higher are the proportionate chances for you to crack your interviews as well. Okay. Then comes resume and LinkedIn profile review. Okay. So, with the current time, a lot of you would have understood the value of the word, that is keyword, right? So, I'm talking about ChatGPT. If in case you're going to give the right set of keyword to ChatGPT, you can expect the right answer. That is what the employers are even trying to do. They are trying to search the profile with the help of keyword. So we will be helping you in inculcating those keywords in your profile so that your profile can stand out and you can get your desired career opportunity, at least moving to that very next step so that you can be interviewed as well, right? Then comes AI mock interviews. So we will be giving you unlimited AI mock interviews with which you can prepare into different roles and responsibilities that are out there in the domain of data science, AI, and generative AI. Last but the most important is guided projects. So you people will be working on 50 plus guided projects coming from top domains and industries with which you can add it in your portfolio. You can highlight it there that these are the number of projects that you have worked on, that will be giving a very clear picture to the employers that this person has a deep understanding not just on the topic but how it should be used to resolve a practical problem. Okay, so that's about the career support. Now, talking about the Microsoft Accelerator program, we are closing down the batch on Thursday, that is tomorrow. Okay, so the total fee for the program is 45,000 plus GST, that comes to around 53,100 rupees. For you to kickstart your learning, there is only an investment of admission fee that is required as of the current time being, which is 5,000 plus GST, that is 5,900. As you are a part of this webinar, you are eligible for a scholarship of 15,000 rupees, and we just have the last 4 seats left to fill up our next batch. Okay, so the fee that would be applicable for you post the discount would be 30,000 plus GST, that is 35,400. Now, once you pay the admission fee, the left out amount, that is 29,500, can be paid in two ways. The first one is you can pay 29,500 in a go before we start the batch, or you can go for EMI options that we have with one of our loan partners, wherein the monthly EMIs will come around 5,040 approximately, and there will be one time processing fees to process the loan that would be of 700 rupees approximately. And for you to make the benefit of the scholarship, you have to use the promo code, which is webinar 15. Over and above to this, the people, those who will be enrolling with us within the next 24 hours, there are 3 seats also available for an Amazon voucher of 500 as an additional benefit that you could avail if in case you complete the formalities within the next 24 hours. Now, I will just give you a walkthrough of how you can enroll for the program. Meanwhile, I will urge the host as well to share all of you with the link so that you can go through. And if in case you come across any questions, you can let me know. So, when you will be tapping on the link, you will be redirected to the program page. Okay. In the program page, you have to tap on enroll now. Once you tap on enroll now, you will be redirected to the next page, which is the application page, wherein you have to enter your personal details and professional details. Then you have to tap on continue. Once you tap on continue, you will be redirected to the payment page, wherein you have to enter the promo code as webinar 15 and you have to tap on apply. Once you tap on apply, you will be able to see webinar 15,000 promo waiver has been applied, and the same you will be able to see it over here as well, waiver of 15,000 applied. Okay, you can check box on the admission fee and then you can tap on pay with debit or credit card or UPI. Once you are going to tap here, you will be finally redirected to the payment page wherein you can choose any of the options through UPI, through cards, through EMI, or through net banking. Even you can go for credit card EMIs, that are also something that you could use as an option. So I would urge the host to share all of you with the website link. Also, the people, those who are willing to make the very next step, right, who want to make themselves eligible for the program to join with the scholarship, the host will also be sharing all of you with a feedback form wherein you can share your basic details and you can make yourself eligible. Somebody from the expert team about the program, about your profiles, about data science and AI will be getting in touch with you. The thing is, I probably will not be able to cater to the specific profiles you are having because I'm not aware about it, right? So once you will be getting on a call with an expert one on one, you can talk about your profile, your educational background, and accordingly, they will be able to guide you which path of data science and AI you should proceed ahead with to have the most stable career path. So there are two benefits. If you fill in the feedback form, you will be eligible for the scholarship. Second benefit is you can get a one-on-one free connect with one of the experts about the program. So over to you, Mahashweta. Please share in the website link as well as the feedback form. And we will just wait for a minute or two. And after that, I am happy to take questions from all of you. So please let me know if in case you have any further questions that are coming up. Okay. Mahashweta, you take over.
Yeah, so I've shared the feedback form on the website. So I would request everyone to fill the feedback form. This is a one of a lifetime opportunity to connect with our career experts and guide you with respect to your background. So please fill the feedback form, and also those who fill the feedback form are eligible for the scholarship. So this is a right moment, to block your scholarship. And also, I have shared the website link, so you can also go through the same. We'll wait for 1 2 minutes. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can put that in the chat box. We'll wait for some time for the feedback to be form to be filled, and after that, we can take up the questions.
So it's great to see an overwhelming response. We have good amount of learners who have filled in the form. Meanwhile, I will urge the rest of you to please fill in the feedbacks form to make yourself eligible for the scholarship and also for the free one-on-one connect which is out there. And I'm happy to take questions, people. I mean, if in case you have any questions, any concerns about what we have discussed so far, or anything over and beyond for data science, AI, and the course what we are offering, I'm happy to answer your questions. So please let me know if in case you have any questions, I will take them as well.
So either it can be related to the webinar, or also if you have any doubts with regards to your profile, how do you go about for a high paying career in data science and AI, right? Based on your profile, we can actually guide you how you can go about it. So I would request everyone to please fill the feedback form. Okay, thank you for the overwhelming response. We look forward to serving you through our program. So thank you everyone for joining in on a weekday, and it was really insightful session by Saud. So thank you again, once again, Saud, and for enlightening us with all the data.
You're welcome. You people have been a great audience. I wish to see you over again and consider this as an opportunity. The thing is, I'm very sure the reason why you are in the webinar in the very first place is because there is something that you might be missing in your career. So the question is to you yourself is, are you ready to take that very next step? Because this is the need of the hour. So I wish you all the very best. I will leave you on this thought. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.